push the noti for my video.
Oh, okay. This is Clemhawks, folks. Good evening. I am Yak. We've got Clem. We've got Gilles with us. We are ready to rock and roll. I really got to just start calling myself T Dollars, eh? If I'm going to do the Gilles introduction, I got to just call myself T Dollars. That's at the
You
end of the
just
day.
call me Gilles TV so it helps up my channel.
I don't know. I don't know, folks. Anyways, Chicago Blackhawks, Los Angeles Kings, 8:30 p.m. puck drop. We will be ready to rock and roll. Clem, good evening to you, sir. You just joined the call even before me tonight. You are ripping, raring, ready to go. Anything of note from these two teams that you're looking for this evening?
Didn't know there was a game.
Excellent. And Gilles TV, well, my friend, what do you think? You wanted to do this. This was your pick. What are you saying?
I gotta go LA. Chicago's in one of those modes where they need to win to keep their superstars and Jonathan Toews and Patty Kane around for the rest of the year. With LA, they went and made that big splash with Minnesota, getting Kevin Fiala. He's doing pretty good. Like to see a little bit more goal scoring out of him.
All right, so we get set for Los Angeles and the Chicago Blackhawks here in mere moments. Tonight's live stream, of course, we're hoping for a good result because I think last night was a pretty productive night, all told, in terms of Clemhawks land. It was one of, if not the best hockey live streams we've had so far here on the channel. Clem, to you, just kind of what you experienced in that game last night versus the Florida Ducks game a few nights prior, just in what you learned of hockey last night versus the few nights prior.
Yeah, I learned I'm not a very good broadcaster, but I think you're a pretty good broadcaster, so that's all.
Well, I think the biggest thing you learned, and I'll give this from my take on it, is simply put, you learned that there's a lot more going on than just having to call a game. I think when the rough stuff started turning up, that was an interesting turning point in your commentary, I'd say, and I'm really looking forward to how that kind of shapes tonight for you. I'm not sure how we want to divvy this up, but I think I'll take the first 10 minutes, let you have the back half of the 10 minutes of the first period, and then we'll decide how things go throughout the rest of the night. But
are we doing a whole first period again?
We're doing a whole game if I have it my way. That tonight is a holiday tomorrow. I don't know about you, but I got tomorrow off work, so we're gonna get that going. And we're gonna enjoy ourselves a great old hockey game tonight. I don't know. Gilles there. He's got the day off as well, so we're gonna rock and roll all the way through this one if we can.
I'm not prepared for this.
What?
I'm not
We're
prepared.
gonna go
for this.
as long. I can only go as long until my grandma gets here because she's sleeping on the couch while she's here.
Well, not fair. So we are time indeterminate for tonight's live stream, I guess you could say, as we get set for things to kick off tonight between the Blackhawks and the Los Angeles Kings. Folks, welcome aboard. It is our great pleasure to have you along for tonight's ride. The Oilers losing 7-2 to the Carolina Hurricanes. Not exactly a great go by any means if you're an Oilers fan, but we're hoping things tune and turn around here tonight as we get set for this LA Kings versus Chicago Blackhawks game tonight. Secondary to that, I'm just taking a second to go post over on Dolany TV to get some people in here. Some Dolany TV folks joining the Clemhawks ranks wouldn't be a bad thing.
Also, from around the league, since you brought up the Oilers Carolina game, Eichel back in Buffalo again. Hat trick and an assist tonight for him.
Sheesh.
Got me 11.5 fantasy points.
Wow. That's all right then.
Yeah. I think that was a 7-4 win for Vegas over Buffalo.
It's a pretty wild finish. Clem, anything interesting as we get set to start this stream up once the puck drops? Anything interesting happen in your day today?
Man, my computer's on fire again. What did I do today? I don't know.
You went to work?
Oh, I did know. I did do something, but it's not on this computer. It's on my work computer.
Okay. Nice little graphic.
I made a logo.
Oh, a
I made a
logo.
logo actually.
Okay. There we go. So we will wait to see that on Clem's Twitter one of these days coming forward if he is allowed to release the design to the public.
Probably not.
Be Gilles.
Actually, probably not. I can't because then it would spoil it. I don't
Oh.
think I can do that.
Yep, nope, that's fine. Be Gilles, anything interesting happen? I think I can pick one idea, but maybe you want to elaborate on your day on Clemhawks today.
Yeah, go check out those videos. We got a trade, a signing, some rumors, all in the MLB.
Excellent. So that is, of course, the dual entitlement you get on Clemhawks here is you get a little NHL, a little NASCAR, a little MLB, and a little bit of video game action for whatever else is going on there just to fill the gaps. But tonight it is the Chicago Blackhawks and the LA Kings as we get set for another hockey game live on Clemhawks this evening. I'm really looking forward to
Can I flip
seeing
my
the Kings for the
camera
first
on my
time this season.
OBS?
What?
Can I flip my camera on my OBS?
I'm sure you could.
Right now, like if I go like this,
Yeah.
the camera goes like this.
Oh.
It's like mirrored.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know how to do that.
Oh. That's what it is.
Well, no,
Yes.
because this is the ugly side of my face.
Ah, you must have been mistaken because there is no good side to this face. I think this.
No, like seriously, like this with my hair. Well, see, it's backwards. My hair going this way is good, and that's what you're seeing.
Yes.
What OBS is seeing is my hair going that way, and that's not good.
Ah.
Looks ugly.
Okay.
I look like a different person.
Well, I mean, quite honestly, I only ever see myself really in the mirror, so I don't know what to tell you there.
Or you've never seen yourself in real life.
Nope. All I've seen
I
for the
know.
past 24 hours is me with this goatee, and that is not a lovely sight. But folks, we're just waiting for this Kings-Hawks game to get underway. Gilles TV will give us the cue when he's ready. He's just hanging out up there in the recliner. Life in the rocking chair tonight. How good is that, huh? That is how you get ready for some hockey action.
You know, I got this chair for free. It's pretty good.
Ain't nobody able to complain about a free chair. I mean, even after frying a cat under the chair, cousin Eddie wanted to buy the chair on Christmas vacation because it was a fine quality item. So, end of the day, free's free as long as it's a fine quality item.
What the frick did I just listen to?
We got 4 people in here.
If you don't know that reference about Cousin Eddie and Christmas Vacation, Clem, this holiday season, you've got some 1980s Christmas movie to watch and get educated on. Folks, if you're just joining in from Dolany TV, well, hello. Hello, you just watched that Jack Campbell video. My pleasure to have to discuss that one with you tonight, unfortunately. But what are we doing there, Clem?
I asked a woman out.
And you are willing to curse it on a live stream. Bold. That is bold. Anyway.
Everyone watching is probably like, really?
Gilles TV and I actually theorized that's what you did today. We actually joked about that during watching the Oilers game together.
It was actually like yesterday or something, I think. I don't know when it was. It might have been yesterday. I think it might have been 2 days ago.
All right, are we all ready for this game?
Should be here soon.
All right, looks like Ken and Jesse there are talking about things on the desk, ready to fire us over to the Blackhawks and LA Kings game. This shouldn't be a nationally televised game, so this should not be one of those things where we have to wait until, 7:30 for puck drop like last night? That was brutal in a word of the sense.
It was 8:30 we waited.
Was it 8:30? Oh my goodness. I slept
Luckily,
like a baby.
it was a fast period.
Yeah, I slept like a baby last night though.
Period.
Yeah, we're hoping we at least have to take. Yeah, we started this live stream at 8:20, so it's now 8:30. We're 10 minutes in. We're hoping that it's going to take us through, I don't know, until at least about an hour 10 in the live stream to get past the first period, somewhere in there. If not, hopefully an hour and a half in the live stream, because it was kind of crazy seeing the live stream end at an hour and 20 minutes yesterday. That was something that I haven't witnessed in a long while. Patrick Kane suiting up in tonight's hockey game for the Chicago Blackhawks, subject of heavy trade rumors. And somebody
Yeah, he's
like
the
me,
only good player the Blackhawks have.
Jonathan Taves this season has been pretty good too. Just saying. All right, who do
He's
we
gonna be
got?
great with you, probably.
Monaco and Cassie Campbell Pascal will call tonight's game by the looks of it for ESPN Plus.
No, it'll be Yak City and Clemhawks.
Well, yes, that is who we will be listening to. You are guaranteed. Let me see here as I am just going to mute these folks. And we will flip on over to check the views quietly here on the stream one last time before we get underway. 37 this hour, Gilles. You're talking about your best hour of the day right there if things continue. And folks, we are getting ready for this hockey game to get underway. They're talking a little bit about the LA Kings game against the Minnesota Wild the other night. That, of course, we were able to feature the Wild and Ducks last night, so that was pretty interesting. And right now, as it's sat, it was a 1-0 final for the Kings over the Wild on Tuesday. So now we get to see what happens. Clem getting comfier and Gilles.
Oh gosh,
Just
God,
some thoughts as we get
fire?
prepped for this. Are we going to see one of those magical Evander? Prayers up to him. Patrick Kane night. One of those special Patrick Kane nights, or is tonight just one of those games on the hockey calendar that, yeah, that happened?
I think it's one of those nights on the hockey calendar. Uh, they're playing. They're playing for their lives right now, Tays and Kane. They're trying to help the team out. If they do not make the playoffs, they'll have the value. Hey, we gave it all to this team. We're going to get you the value you deserve. They're trying to have good seasons, and it just said on the screen, Tays is having his best career goals for the first 12 games of the season. So that's helping their case.
7 goals in 12 games. When you're pacing almost 2/3 of a goal per game, you're doing something at the NHL level. And for Jonathan Taves to have 7 through 12, that's a pretty stellar start to the season. And obviously, too, Patrick Kane still doing Patrick Kane things. And now the LA Kings are going to have to contend with Jonathan Quick in net against the Chicago Blackhawks this evening. Clem, have you figured out your stream, figured everything out that you need to figure out, or what are you ready to hopefully get a little YouTube short ready for us tonight if we can have a first period goal?
Maybe.
All right, don't clip me too much. I don't have very exciting goal calls because most of the time when a puck goes in, I'm very confused by it. I'm like,
Oh, you want me to clip you guys?
well, if you want to clip me calling a goal, I wouldn't mind that at all.
How do I put you into OBS then?
I do not. Well, you could just screen record the call.
Oh, okay.
Could do that. And there we go. We're starting to get somewhere on the pregame here as we're up to 18 views on the live stream. So far, just about 36 minutes watched on the stream. So we're rocking and rolling along here tonight, folks. And there we go. We are now just ready for puck drop in a matter of moments. There isn't really much else to add. I don't think any three of us are very aware of either of these two teams. So that's where we currently sit right now, is just going in kind of similar to that Wild and Ducks game last night. Just look to be wowed by a team and hopefully see something that we really haven't seen out of our teams this season. But end of the day, it was a 0-0 game that really wasn't much else to write home about other than, holy crap, we got to go to bed right away.
Well, funny you should say, see what other teams does, because we're Oilers fans. We watch the Oilers. We get to see Connor McDavid every night. He scored that beautiful goal tonight. Clem could have clipped that one or the flying poke check by the Canes goalie. But it's the different ways the other teams play. We're so used to the whole Draisaitl McDavid, same thing every night. It's different to see how other teams play.
And if that's all we get out of this, is just a little bit more of an appreciation for what we get to witness every night, and secondary, just kind of be aware of what other teams do to see what they'll feature against us when they come to play in Edmonton or when we go to play there. That is an added value of doing these streams, absolutely, other than hopefully sitting here and growing Clemhawks a little bit too, maybe to the status that Dolany TV has in
Is
the
this thing
Oilers
on
market.
ESPN Plus?
I do not have ESPN Plus. Why?
I don't
Game is
know.
up.
Is it?
It is on ESPN Plus,
I've
yes.
been sitting on commercial for like 10 minutes.
Yikes. Other than that, really quick questions here is kind of like I threw out there last night. What are your expectations for the stream, both of you? I know Clem last night it was to hopefully get another goal call clip, and Gilles TV it was just to kind of see what these two teams were going to feature. But tonight, as we go in, whether it's views on the stream, whether it's watch time, whether it's seeing something you haven't seen in the game, what is the expectations tonight from you?
Well, just to have a good game and see the new faces come into the stream. Get to know new people.
That's a pretty good answer, Clem.
Yeah, I think the Kings are going to blow them out.
So you're looking to watch the Kings blow them out on stream. Lots of goals, lots of calls, lots of YouTube shorts. That would not be a bad situation there at all if we could get that going. And unfortunately for you guys, unless you're actually watching the stream, I mean Clem and Gilles TV, it's actually kind of hard to see the kind of body motions I'm doing here on camera correctly. But I have a little bit of fun with messing around with the camera angling and stuff here in the basement as we get set for this one. I'm going to show some highlights of Connor McDavid against the Carolina Hurricanes. That was a pretty magic moment there at one point, but unfortunately the Oilers end up falling there quite heavily to the Carolina Hurricanes. Other than that, folks, again, I'm going to throw up the poll in the chat here, and let's throw up a poll, start a poll here. Who wins tonight? It was a popular poll last game, so we'll see what ends up happening here. Who wins tonight? Hawks or Kings, or if I can do this correctly. Holy, I'm messing this up. Alright, boys, go vote on that poll because that poll is fancy. I know which one I'm already voting for. And it took away my vote right away. Okay, cool, it didn't like my vote. Anyway, we are ready to rock and roll. Guys, if you're new to the channel and want to continue watching these live streams, love to have a little feedback on them. Whether you throw it in the chat or you just simply leave a like on the stream or let us know by subscribing to the channel here, that'd be greatly appreciated. But they're just showing off some pre-game footage for this Hawks game, and now in net is Peter Mrazek for the Chicago Blackhawks, of course a new goaltender for them this year. And then you've got Jonathan Toews, the captain, roaming in for the face-off draw here against the LA Kings, and we are almost set for hockey, boys. You ready?
Yep. You can't hear my TV, can you?
No, I can't.
Okay, perfect.
All right. Toews versus Danault in the face-off drop, and it is the Hawks who win it ahead. They'll get her going. Kane, well, Toews, he fires it in. I don't think he's even got Kane on his wing this season, but it is now worked into the Kings zone in behind the net, and the Hawks will come up with it. A little bit of cycling here happening as Toews is looking to fire it down below the line. He will not do it, and it'll tie up just at the goal line on the far side in the Kings end. The Kings able to push it free, and they will work up into the neutral zone, tip off a player in the middle, and on to possession at the Hawks line for the men in white wearing the Hawks uniforms tonight. The Kings, though, recover in the Hawks zone. They're able to chip it into a free area and potentially come down with this puck. The Hawks instead able to grab it back and work it out of the zone, and it'll be back into the neutral where the Kings will come up with the puck. That's worked there by Kopitar. Kopitar goes back to his defenseman Doughty. Doughty will work ahead to Kopitar and now into the zone. Kopitar back to Kempe. Kempe streaking in. He'll fire a shot blocked by the Hawks. Man biffs it for the Hawks, or for the Kings. And we will have an opportunity now for the Hawks to move out of their own zone. They do it into the Kings end. They've got it back behind the net now. A little bit of glitchy technology there from the NHL. And the Kings will work it out after the dump retrieval into Hawks territory. Kempe skates right by the puck. Hawks and Kings collide at the side of Mrazek. Goes in the middle. Shot fired from Doughty off of the glove or somewhere area of Mrazek. Now Doughty back down to his man. and it will be worked back to the point and out of the zone where the Kings will have to retrieve near their own face-off dot. Steady Eddie right there. He's been out here early on in this one for a long while. He's got the puck. He'll work it up the wing, and the Kings bust out of their own end. Kings in full flight, shot on Mrazek, swallowed up right in the midsection, high on the pads by Mrazek. Folks, we've started the first 2 minutes of this hockey game, and so far so good for the boys in black and gray tonight. We're starting some good looks here, and a good save there from Mrazek without his stick. Just quickly, Gilles TV, a little bit of thoughts on what you've seen to begin this game.
High pace. Love to see it.
As the Hawks now out of their own zone, they'll get into the Kings end and they'll fire it around the boards. It'll be stopped there by a Kings player and disrupted now fully as they battle along there. And the board technology for those hybrid ads are not working out at all along the end boards in the Kings zone. They are absolutely looking awful there tonight. Something new the NHL is trying this year, and I'm really not a fan. Let's work back to the zone. Shot fired from the Hawks point man, and it will be worked out back into the Hawks territory by the LA Kings. So far so good for both teams. 2 shots for the Kings, 0 for the Hawks. One effort there that was blocked in the Kings zone so far for the Hawks.
What time are you at?
17:15 remains here in this first period. Hawks working over a Kings attacker in their own end, but now the Kings will fleet back the other way. Partial break in on net, and what a save there from Mrazek. Sprawling out, keeping the pad strong, and that one developed into a lot more than it should have been for the Hawks. And luckily the goaltender able to bail him out, and it looks like we will have an offside. That one was just a dump to an open area that went absolutely nowhere for the Hawks defense. And while the Kings turned it into something, it just bounces through, and a good stick there allows the Kings attacker to keep it on the pace. And look at that, the outstretched toe jams it off the post of the Hawks net, and that one at 16:52, our best look of the game so far. Peter Mrazek's been pretty stellar in his career against the Kings. 3-1-0, 1-0-0 GAA, 968 save percentage. This one flipped back into Hawks end, and they will go chasing it there along the end boards, and it will be a nice and call. Clem, have you figured out your broadcast yet or not yet?
Yeah, I'm ahead of you. Like, what
You're
the
ahead
heck?
of me tonight. All right.
I'm like 13 seconds ahead of you.
Game on. So you actually know what's going on.
But you know what's crazy? That dude, Mrazek, he pressed the L1 down button on the PS5 controller there and just did the sprawl. That doesn't work in an NHL game.
It did not work for Jack Campbell this evening. Gilles TV can absolutely add to that one if he wants. The puck's just harmlessly behind the Kings net right now, so if you want a moment to talk there, Gilles, go for it.
Yeah, Jack Campbell could have done a better job, but Clem, there was a flying poke check in the Oilers game tonight you would have been proud of.
The old
I don't know what that is.
The EA NHL spam the square button and up on the right stick move. And Kochkachkov, or whatever his name is, I know I'm never going to get it correct, so you know who I'm talking about, almost had it. But the Kings getting run around a little bit in their own end here by the Hawks, who continue to keep the puck alive. Jonathan Toews walking in, passes up a glorious short side shooting attempt, and it will instead be moved over to the side where Jonathan Quick had to make a short side save on the other side, and then players turn a little loose. We're scrumming it up at the side of Jonathan Quick. 15:48 to go in this first period. 3-0 the shots for the LA Kings. That should have changed there, but Jonathan Quick could have absolutely stared down Jonathan Quick, and Jonathan Toews does not take the shots. So unfortunately, it stays.
Is that 11?
0-0. All right. Anyway.
The dude that was number 11, yeah, he needed to shoot that right away, and he didn't handle the puck well, and that's why they didn't score.
So now you've got an opportunity here now as the Hawks. You've just run the Kings around in their own zone a little bit. You'll be able to take a face-off to the right of Johnny Quick, and hopefully with Patrick Kane on the ice dictate a little bit of this score right here. November 3rd against LA, Jonathan Toews scored the game-winning goal in overtime. So that's something to be watching here. Jonathan Toews, one of his 7 goals on the season so far against the LA Kings, was in overtime to win it. And Patrick Kane just does a lazy flyby there that allows the Kings to bust the zone into the Hawks' end. They fire a shot up and over top of the net. They will work it back now to the blue line, where Anderson moves it on down, and he will see an option here. Fired across. Shot fired by Kempe on the one-timer. Whiffed there. Kings direct it back towards the net. It doesn't go, and it'll be moved out by the Hawks, where they will look rink wide twice over to get the puck into the Kings' end. Kings retrieve it. They'll work here and look to keep Patrick Kane off the scent, and they're doing a good job along the end boards, but they can't seem to get it free yet. Instead, it goes into Hawks possession. They fire a shot, their first one credited of the game, and now all of a sudden the shot's 3-1 with 14:45 to go here in this first period of play. Hawks bust into the Kings' end. They've got it along the end boards. They're working there. Looking for a puck to come free. It does for number 17 of the Blackhawks. Again, I'm not too familiar with the Hawks at all, so pardon me if I don't know names and I only know numbers tonight. We'll work on it throughout the season. And instead there will be a whistle in the neutral zone, and with 14:27 we will have a stoppage in play. Either of you guys see anything of relevance there that you want to talk about?
Yeah,
Not really of relevance, but last year Dustin Brown retired. They found a gem in Velarde playing on that top line with Kempe.
Oh, Gabe Velarde's a beauty. And Clem, anything you wanted to add, sorry?
Yeah, I don't know anything about the Hawks, but from what I do know, they're pretty bad. But they don't look that bad tonight.
Hawks definitely bringing a pretty solid road game so far through the first 6 minutes of play. They've got it busting into the neutral zone. It'll be down the middle, and look at this. What an attempt there. That's one of those nice moves that you see every once in a while in a game of hockey, and that was almost something special for the Hawks. A self-created breakaway almost. It instead ends up back in the Hawks zone, where two Kings attackers pressure the defenseman driving in front of his own net and almost caused the turnover. However, the Hawks bust into the Kings' end, and they've got an opportunity here to get something going instead. The Kings get it going back the other way. Hawks will move it D to blue line, out of the zone. Kings, though, looking to turn it over here. They've got the Hawks pressured back. They get the turnover. Deneau down the wing. He's got Arvidsson. Arvidsson back to the point. He's got an option there, and the shot will come on in, blocked by the stick of a Hawks player. Back the other way we go into the Kings zone. It'll be worked off the half boards all the way back to the near side. Near side point now. Shot comes in. Blocked in front, and that's so far. Both teams have some pretty pivotal blocks in front on some shots that could have created some havoc in front had they made it through. The Kings in possession, dump it in to the Hawks behind the net area. Hawks retrieve, they'll work out into the neutral, now into Kings territory, just dumping it in down to Johnny Quick. Johnny Quick to his longtime defense partner, Drew Doughty, and the Kings exit their zone just like that. Kings on the attack now. They'll wire one across, blocked in front there by Connor Murphy. Up and out of the play it goes. 3-1 the shots for the Kings still, and we have 12:37 to play in this first period. Kings, to their credit, have made the Hawks work for it here today, and it looks like just recently we had some Kings fans join the chat here, as the Hawks and Kings currently tied at 38% apiece as to who wins tonight, and Clemhawks sub count coming in at 25% on the draw so far. Clem, to you, my friend, anything you want to pitch the viewers watching right now about your channel?
No.
No? No? Just sit back and watch what we do tonight and make your decisions then?
Yeah.
It's bold strategy for Cotton. It's bold strategy. I'm going to throw you guys an ad quickly to see what we can get going, and I'm just going to quickly take a look at the views to see how they're pacing along here as we're on commercial break. 97 this hour, Gilles TV, so there you go. We're rocking and rolling, and we are looking to outpace that 233 from last night in the 8 o'clock hour. Of course, we won't do this hour, but we may indeed do it next hour as we get set for a hot start to this hockey game, as the Kings and Hawks currently tied 0-0 in this first period. Alright, anyways, let's see what we can get going here. If I can just quickly find what I'm looking for as we remain on commercial break. Also, we busted that 2,000 views. What do you got, Clem? What do you got?
Nothing about this. I was just gonna say every time, like I'm broadcasting the game on my phone, like in my head. Sounds a lot better in my head than it does when it comes out of my mouth.
That tends to happen, yep.
I don't understand why, because like I'm literally broadcasting the game in my head as I watch.
Yep.
Also, number 11 on the Blackhawks is one of the Radish brothers. I don't know if it's Taylor or Tyler.
Okay.
That was the brothers, right? Taylor and Tyler.
They're both
They
bad.
played on Erie with Connor McDavid.
I could not tell you. I think it's
They're
Taylor
both bad.
Radish, to be honest with you. I'm pretty sure it's Taylor. All right.
And then the other one's on Tampa Bay's farm team, I believe.
No, Taylor was with Tampa Bay, and I think he's now with Chicago. I think he was part of the Brandon Hagel trade, if I'm not mistaken. Hawks, though, win the face-off in their own zone. They've got it fired all the way down, and we will have a face-off immediately once we return to action. 10 points on the season for Patrick Kane. And, well, yeah, it's a nice call against the Hawks. Kane stapled to the bench currently, waiting for his opportunity to make something of this game. Hawks all-time leaders right now. 10-26 for Taves, 11-19 for Kane, and 1,190 points for Kane in his career with the Hawks. Still a very useful player and still a pretty dynamic player at this point of his NHL career. 3-1 the shots for the Kings if you're just tuning in. 12:15 to go here in this first period. A 0-0 tie through almost half of this hockey game. The Hawks, Mrazek plays it in his own end right onto the tape of a Kings player. So now the Kings are going to set up possession, try and force it into the middle just by a bounce. They can't. Now, Hawks behind their own net. They'll work out here to the half wall on the far side and into the zone of the Kings as it goes back onto Kings possession. They will work it through the neutral, and Arvidsson steps off the boards right to Kopitar. He's poke checked back the other way. Come the Kings defense as it's the Hawks attack in on net, and that one is offside. Or do we have a penalty coming up? Gilles TV, do you see what happened there? I'm a little turned around.
Offside.
Offside, all right, that makes sense.
Yeah, that was a goal otherwise, though.
And that is a shot and a goal for Mikko Rantanen, who had 2 goals tonight and an assist to win 5-2 over the Predators. So Georgiev and Ullmark were not the 2 guys to bench for Josh tonight. We can say that.
Well, Logan Thompson won too, so I guess it didn't matter which one.
I guess not. As the Kings, well, they've got possession following the offside face-off outside their zone. They play it off the skates of the Hawks in the neutral's ice, and the Hawks come into possession of it. They turn it over promptly, though. Here come the Kings back the other way. Deacon around to the backhand, doesn't go. Opportunity on net, still dancing. The Kings looking for this shot, can't get it through. The defense gets the shot. It's blocked in front again, and then flipped out into the neutral there finally. Kings, we'll see this one whistled down on a high stick, however, and the play will once again go whistled down. 10:56 left in this first period. Clem, how is that play-by-play going in your head?
What I gotta say there, that you don't go to the backhand there. That's the NHL 23 move that Yak tries to pull, and it never works. You just gotta go quick forehand, shoot. I think he would have had a goal, and the dude made a terrible decision.
Just a little quick shovel, top shelf. Why not? Try and get it done.
6-4
the block shots
in NHL 23, but you do not do that. You try to go backhand as well.
Hey, I've been working on it. As the Kings will now go to the power play, or will the Hawks go to the power play? It looks like a player had his stick slashed out, but there was also a player dumped behind the net. And now we got a little scrum behind the net of Mrazek, going a little haywire here between the Hawks and Kings. Lemieux's getting involved with the Hawks player, that Regula. And yeah, okay, all right. I see what's going on here. A little bit of feistiness here in this first period. And Clem, we're just about to hand over the play-by-play reins to you as soon as we have the first break of this power play. The Hawks will indeed go to the power play. Yeah, no, it's been a good start, and it will be 2-4 tripping, so they do indeed call the man going down behind the net. That is the call. And Brennan Lemieux goes off right there, and now we've got ourselves the first real dynamic chance here of the game for the LA Kings, which is, well, here you have it. They did not call that hook, I guess. Hawks win the faceoff, shot fired, wired the save by Jonathan Quick all the way back into Hawks territory. They'll retrieve there and have to get things going again here on the power play with $1:40 to go. Hawks breaking out. They will drop back, the old drop back play right there, and I believe that's Patrick Kane darting through the neutral zone. Shot back to the blue line here by the Hawks. Doesn't go. Kane's got it in the near side corner. Kings player rolls off him. They'll get it back to the point now. Cross seam back to the blue line. Now's the one-timer shot coming. Saved by Quick. And that was a good-looking shot, but Quick had her all the way. And it'll be fired down into Hawks territory. The Hawks power play 24.3% on the season, 12th in the NHL. The Kings penalty kill 77.2, 21st in the NHL so far this year. Hawks behind their own half line. Not really getting much going here on this power play. It looks like the second unit's out there. Flipped off the stick of Jonathan Quick, who's bleeding out there into the little bit of white ice near his crease. Now the one-timer again. Doesn't get on net. Another block shot right there by the LA Kings. They will flip it out of the zone. 35 seconds to go in this power play and 9:12 to go in the first period. Hawks again retrieved behind their own net. Gilles TV studying this one astutely. They're in the recliner. Hawks pick up in the neutral zone. They'll get through into Kings territory. Working along the boards, and now a trip maybe there, and the Kings back the other way. We'll see this one whistled down. And are we about to go 4-on-4 for the next 10 seconds? And it looks like the Kings definitely, I don't even know if he was tripped up there. I think his stick tied him up, and he just tripped over his own 2 feet. Instead, we will go to 4-on-4. Gilles TV, would you concur with me that that wasn't technically a trip? The man got his stick tied up and then tripped himself.
Yeah, Dickinson came down right on the blade of the stick. Pretty tough guy in Jason Dickinson, and I don't think that was a trip.
That's one of those plays. Hockey happens, bang, bang. And first appearance, yeah, that's a trip all day, but you kind of look at the consequences of how it happened, and maybe it's not. 4-on-4 for the next 8 seconds, however. I should have handed over the play-by-play to Clem. It's all good. Peter Mrazek looks to make a save. 2 saves, 3 saves. Nope, that one didn't pounce his way. Hawks will clear the zone, now officially on the penalty kill here for the next $1:44. Kings have it in their own end. I guess we got all game, Clem, so you just keep studying and allowing that play-by-play to grow in your head. Get a feel for it tonight, and we'll turn it over to you next commercial break. Kings in the Hawks zone here behind the net. It's chipped in front. Hawks retrieve it. They'll fire it down the length of the ice, and the penalty kill doing its thing so far. $1:20 to go in the penalty to Jason Dickinson. All right, moved out by the Kings here. They'll go across ice, out of the outstretched arms of Anze Kopitar. Hawks able to fire it here up ahead, and now maybe they've got something brewing here. Short-handed, the man's allowed to drive wide. He'll fire a shot. That was not a good-looking shot by any stretch of the imagination. However, it came right back into Hawks' possession. They'll fire it now. Length of the ice, 55 seconds to go here for the LA power play. 66th opportunity this season on the power play, most in the NHL for the LA Kings. Gee, are they playing the Edmonton Oilers every night? 39 seconds to go here in this power play, and it goes up and out of play. And it would appear we will have a little bit of a break in the action here between the Kings and Hawks. First time all night, crossing 10 viewers. To you folks back home watching tonight, thanks so much for allowing us to do what we do and spending your evening with us, however long it may be, 20 seconds or 20 minutes. Don't really care. We appreciate it. Clem, are you ready to take over and get going?
I think you should just continue.
All right, we'll continue here throughout this power play, and next commercial break, we'll let Clem to get going here in this first period. He's studying the game, learning it in and out, and trying to figure out what he needs to know. This one moved into the middle of the ice here off the face-off win by the Hawks. However, it's still in their own zone. They're busting down the wing, trying to forecheck on the penalty kill. Can't get it going. Kings retrieve, and they'll get it going the other way. across the blue line. The Kings fire it into the Hawks zone. Mrazek out to touch it. That's about all he does. It stops up and allows the Hawks to fire it down the length of the ice. And that, my friends, guaranteed will do it for the rest of the LA Kings power play. They are just going to get line changes over the boards and be conservative here and allow themselves a little bit of time to get back to full strength. The red line shoot in there from the Kings, gets it along the near side boards. The Hawks able to get it to their blue line, but not out. Work down and low behind the Mrazek net. Well, that's going to be back into the Hawks' possession, however. And the Kings will, on the dump, come back the other way. Lemieux's going to fire this shot up, and for the third time, that is a very familiar looking play in this game. Out of play here in this first period over top of the head of Peter Mrazek. Gilles TV, anything you're noticing here to help us out? As the poll says, 50% of fans believe the Hawks will win this game tonight.
LA's, the game plan seems for LA's to crush the net a bit. They haven't taken many shots from the point. Downey had one, I believe that's the only one. But the rest of it is trying to drive to the net and get Mrazek moving. This is his first game since he sustained an injury October 21st. He's back. Hopefully it works out for him.
We're sitting here waiting for this game to get back underway. Clem, are you ready to take over following this commercial break? All right, the man gives the nod. He's ready to go. Let's get it. And for some reason, I'm stuck on a cheesy, crispy satisfaction cheese commercial here on Clemhawks' stream.
Who are the catchers? Quick and who?
The catchers, the goaltenders, good sir.
No,
Mrazek
catchers.
and Quick.
Mrazek.
And he's in the Hawks net.
We might need to give him a nickname.
I don't know.
Peter.
Peter.
Yeah,
That's his first name.
Peter. Hey, Peter.
All right,
Hey,
94 views so far on the stream. We've got a total of 1:45 watched. Folks, again, like I said, thanks so much for spending your time.
Are we ready to go?
Not yet. Whenever you are ready to rip the play-by-play, let
I'm
us
ahead of
know.
you, so.
All right, if you're back to action, let's giddy up.
Almost back. Almost.
We're looking at
hours.
Peter.
Hey, Peter.
2.7 hours watched on the stream, by the way. That's a pretty good little get here for what's been a very solid day on Clemhawks so far. We look forward to
talk way too much.
I do talk too much. I'm used to running one-man shows over on Dolly TV. You got to remember that, right?
I guess. Well, the Hawks win the face-off. They're trying to push, and you got Peter in net and Quick in net for the other team. 6 1/4 left to go. Now 6 to go. As the Blackhawks were almost offside. Y'all just call them the Hawks, I guess. That's kind of weird. But, all right. We don't want to be racist or anything. The Kings have the puck. They're in the offensive zone, battling in the near corner. They're going from right to left for folks who can't see the game and are trying to listen to this radio. A little tussle in the neutral zone. I learned that word the other day. They kick it off back to the end line, I'm going to call it. And the Kings will have to set up their offense. They come across, 5:30 to go here in the first period. They circle back. Didn't see anything they liked trying to cross neutral ice. The Kings now settle it up. That's 22 on the far side. Looking to go into the middle, and it's turned over. So now a little 2-on-2 opportunity for the Hawks here, but nobody can corral the puck, and the Kings battle it out in neutral ice. Back and forth they go between the blue lines. That's a great call right there. Nobody has gotten possession, and now the Kings 2-on-1 here with a shot, and it, I think, might have hit the post. It bounces away, still in Kings territory. Another quick little shot that might have been deflected by Peter in net. Looks like the Hawks do finally take control as they kick it out. Now a quick opportunity, but the defense for the Kings gets back. Great pressure there by number 23 on the Hawks. And they will have to set it up as it clears their offensive zone. A couple of changes being made by both sides. 4:30 to go here in the first. And the Kings behind their net now try to set it up. They go outlet pass to the right side, down the boards. It doesn't quite stay in the Hawks zone. They'll just reset. When I say they, I mean the Kings. Kings trying to push up to the left side. Circling at neutral ice, kicking it over. Inside to number 24, but he gets beat down inside by number 82. And the Hawks retake it. Nope. Yes. No. And they just keep battling for it at neutral ice. And a big kick down to Quick. Under 4 to go now. Here in the first, still scoreless, as LA has 6-3 shots. The Kings fired it way past the midline, and it's icing.
We are on sync. What you're saying is happening on my TV.
And I'm like literally 3 seconds behind.
That's crazy.
Literally, when you said kick it down to Quick, I'm like, no, the puck's in the offensive zone. Then it goes to the blue line, and then the next pass was down to Quick, and I'm like, whoa, okay, game on.
Yeah, I know what I'm talking about here. You can picture it. That's what a broadcaster does. Anyway, looks like, I don't know who really won that face-off. I don't know if anybody really won the face-off, but it gets kicked down to Peter, and he tries to send it down for an outlet pass. Doesn't really work, and I just made one big square on the puck. All 4 members of the defensive side. It's in the Blackhawks zone right now, but scoots away. Back to the Kings defense. Was this all you call in hockey? Is just puck goes to one defensive guy to the next defensive guy, and then it goes to the other defensive guy.
Well,
goodness sakes, set up a play.
Television broadcasts are different. Obviously, in the style that we're doing it, we have to do it in a radio play-by-play situation, right, where you can't see what's happening on the ice, so we have to make it as visually appealing for the mind as possible in these kind of streams. Because if we had
calling hockey on the radio would suck. Like, that would not be fun.
The best hockey announcers are radio broadcasters, to be honest with you.
Oh, I'm not a radio.
That's where Jack Michaels started.
That's where Jack Michaels, Rod Phillips with the Oilers for years. That's where the best of the business have always done their work.
Hey, Peter made a good play on that save, though, so got to give him credit. We're in commercial right now, by the way.
All right, well, I'll throw an ad then, and we'll see if we can't make a little bit of money on tonight's stream, huh? What do you say?
Have I not been doing okay? There's just been zero action.
That's pretty much it. It's 0-0, and we're just about done the first, just like last night.
Peter making some nice
Apparently
plays.
I'm missing dubs in Fortnite, by the way, for this, so you boys better make it worth my time.
Who said that?
Trev. Trev from work.
Hey,
He's
Peter.
not as good as Stenson.
Yak, you enjoy this way more than Fortnite.
Yes, I do. That is no lies detected there.
How badly do you think the Kyle Dubas is kicking himself in the you-know-what for trading Mrazek? Because now both of his goaltenders are gone.
Both his goaltenders gone, Mrazek's gone, Campbell's in Edmonton, and he's got to find a way to get somebody in there, I think, especially if it's going to be long-term. So, pretty interesting, I must say.
The last time the Blackhawks were good, 2015.
Nope, the Hawks beat the Oilers in the playoffs in 2020.
I will be right back. I have to go put Paw Patrol on for the kids.
Paw Patrol for the kids. It's a hard task, but we'll get her done. Clem,
our
whenever
lead color commentator has left the building. Here's the face-off inside the Blackhawks zone. 3:08 to go in the first. The Blackhawks win the tip, but they are still in their defensive zone, trying to kick it out. Yes, there was some great pressure there by the Kings. They finally do get to the blue line, now the midline, chasing up the right side. They dump it down, maybe some changes coming. Big hit there on the boards. And the Kings do take over, but then they swing a wide pass that went by 48. I think it was 48 who made the big hit, too. It might have been 44, not sure, but somebody made a huge hit down there in the Kings' offensive or defensive zone. As the Kings try to set up a little drop pass here, skating down the left side, number 24 trying to beat his man, gets it behind the net. Here's a shot opportunity into the middle of the field. The ice, I don't know.
Middle of the ice, yep, you got her.
Anyway, it's tipped away by Peter. And the Kings try to set something up, but they'll just skate all the way to their back defensive side of things and regroup. Probably some changes being made. Some nifty moves there inside. 55-12, skating inside. Kick all the way to the other end. And it's intercepted by the Hawks. 2-on-1 here, now 3-on-2. A quick shot by 23, and it goes off the post to the left side. Hawks did not get to retain possession. It kicks away down to the defense, and they will reset something up, trying to go quick here. Little pass into the middle. Kings intercept in their defensive zone. Now a battle on the boards on the right side. Inside number 23, cutting to the middle on the Hawks, and a whistle blows before he could take a shot.
What do we got the whistle for here, I wonder? As we will have
2 minutes. For what?
Pershev,
for
is he heading
this.
to the box?
What is this?
Hooking.
Hooking. 2 minutes for the...
Can you say the guy's name?
Kapari.
Boom.
Nice.
You nailed it.
That was perfect.
Yeah, that looks like a
13 people in here. Welcome in.
That was really an unnecessary penalty, too, because there were 3 Kings players right there. They definitely would have been able to stop the puck before number 23 was able to shoot. But anyway, Blackhawks are on the power play. They send it all the way down. And here's the race. The breakout is what it's called. I've seen that in NHL 23, a little drop pass. I don't like that play at all. I think it's the dumbest play in hockey. Anyway, it's 5-on-4 here. Little kick pass over to 13. He walks in, going behind the net to the middle, and it's a score! They got it! The Blackhawks take a lead! I don't know who scored, but it doesn't matter. They're up 1-0.
Radish.
So it's Taylor Radish that gets the goal for the Chicago Blackhawks in front on that little mad puck around the zone. How about that, eh?
Yeah, here's a replay. Going behind the net, kicks it all the way back to the blue line. 13 skates in, 19 to the middle, and he buries it in the back of the net. That's just some quick little touch passes. Radish, one-time little wrist shot, a little right-handed shot going to the left side of the net.
Really good play by Taze and Domi there.
I think
set that play in the motion.
I think, Clem, if you clip this as a video, I think you use your call of the replay over your call of the goal. That was a nice little call on that replay, breaking it down. I love it. All right. Continue, good sir.
45 seconds to go. That's a huge, huge goal for the Blackhawks to get one right before the period end. And we'll see if the Kings can answer. They get it down into their offensive zone. A little battle here in the corner. 1-0 Hawks. Number 91 trying to kick it to the middle. They get it back to the blue line. Here's a great opportunity to set it up. Kings keep it inside their zone. A little scoot pass inside and a great save by Peter. That's between the 5-hole. And now some little I don't know what those are called. It's like you're trying to do some dance moves on the disco floor. You're like, but they are throwing them at the players instead of like.
I'll tell you, when the gloves get up high, so when they aren't throwing punches at each other, but the gloves get in each other's face, it's called a face wash.
Oh, I'm just gonna rub your face because I think that's cool.
Well,
Mr. Peter there. Peter was really late into the butterfly right there. That almost got through the 5-hole, so Peter needs to be playing a little bit better.
That was an awkward save, that's for sure. Gilles TV, any breakdown on that as we wait for this one to get back underway with the final seconds?
Oh, it was a nice move to the middle. They got the shot off, and throughout all of it, they got a power play for LA coming up.
Oh, yep, power play. Reese Johnson in the box. So not only did the Kings get a great opportunity in 45 seconds, but now they have a man advantage. They'll keep it in their zone. They win the faceoff. 22 sends it back over to the far defensive side. He skates in, trying to go behind net. Might have been a shot, maybe blocked. But anyway, they keep it in their zone. 7 seconds to go behind the net. Kings keep it alive. 3, 2, who needs a quick shot, spins around and can't get it. It is too late. Wasn't going to go anywhere anyway. And the Blackhawks escape for now as they allow a very intense 45 seconds, I think you could say the least. All right, the Kings' offensive attack doesn't matter. It's a shutout for Quick, and we'll see what the Blackhawks can do in the second period.
All right, well, that's the end all be all of the first period. Not nearly as good of a result on the stream as last night, but I think secondary, I think we've had a pretty good finish up to this period. And again, you look at how quick this stream came together. 55 minutes to get through 10 minutes of pregame and the first period. So again, just shocking how fast these first periods are going when I think all three of us don't have to do this alone. It's a really nifty little thing.
It is. Can't wait to do videos like this.
And that's just it. We're going to be getting into the nitty gritty of the MLB offseason, the NHL season, and we'll be having a little bit more time when we can all organize together here. And that's going to be a really useful tool here on Clemhawks to keep everybody engaged. And obviously, too, things are looking pretty nifty up on the YouTube board here. If you look at things here on Clemhawks right now, things are looking good. 3-7-8-4, folks. If you're new to the channel and you enjoyed that first period of play, what I would ask you to do is consider hitting that subscribe button to us here on Clemhawks. It would mean the world. Obviously, only pushing for 4,000 subscribers right now, and just something that we would love to have you along for. That's for sure. So, we're sitting here, friends, on an hour that has 53 views in 17 minutes, following up a 127 view hour. Clem, just your thoughts as the man who called the back half of that first period. Are you clipping that Hawks goal?
Yeah, I'm trying. Also, I made a mistake, and I have to own up for this. You can admonish me if you'd like. I said Jonathan Quick had a shutout. That's not true, is it? That Mr. Peter had a shutout.
He had a shutout period. He did indeed. We're going to curse it right out of the gate. Something Clem hasn't learned about hockey yet. You don't talk about the shutout until it's actually happened after 60 minutes.
I don't care.
But that's fine. At the end of the day, we do not really care. All right, friends, that's where we're sitting after one period of play. It's 1-1. I guess I could try.
Can't find the goal. Where do I find the goal at?
Somewhere on the Blackhawks Twitter, potentially?
I know, it's not on there.
Oh,
they just said, wake up, we scored the first goal. Show the dang goal.
So they are still processing the video. Give it a few minutes. What is Mark Spector's Oilers article? Campbell just isn't cutting it, and the sleepier Oilers aren't helping.
They can't do theirs.
That's fair. Currently, live tracker is what I want. I want that link. Yes, please. Close that. Bing, bang.
So,
let's go here. All right. Gillie's got something for us.
For any of the Blackhawk fans in the chat, do they get rid of the Kane and Taves at the deadline?
That's a good question.
Or you try and go all in for a Stanley Cup and potentially their final year in Chicago?
Like, by y'all you mean buy assets at the deadline?
Yeah.
Oof, that's a risky venture.
Is there not a Twitter that is like NHL goals? Like MLB hits every home run. They post every home run.
Yeah, I do not know what you could check for that. There's some that do it, some that don't, and I couldn't really tell you.
Kevin would like to know what we think the end score will be.
I thought it was going to be 6-0 Kings. It is not.
And I was thinking
I'm going to go 4-3 Kings.
I was thinking the Hawks would just kind of tidy this one up, like 3-2, 4-2 kind of deal. I didn't think this one was going to be too big of a scoring effort, but obviously, too, you just don't know. We only saw one goal in that first period, and I think big question is what happens now.
Did we know if the Wild won last night, though?
Honestly,
yes, they did.
Did they? Okay. Sweet. That's a good result. Take that.
Post the dang goal, Blackhawks. Goodness sakes, you're slow.
I'll see if there's something I can go find here in a moment. Sorry, boys. I'm powering.
Gosh darn it. When I was playing in the minor leagues in baseball, I would have our home runs up within 5 minutes of it actually happening. The goal happened at least 7 minutes ago.
All right, let's see.
And this is like major league stuff. I'm calling them out. Fix your dang system. Do better.
Papa Taves and Papa Kane at the podium.
Hot in my room.
What do we got?
Radish is a fruit or vegetable.
Oh, I need to grab a quick snack. In fact, I'm going to let you boys entertain for a little bit. I'm going to go grab a quick bite to eat, or I'm going to be powering down. Yeah, so far I haven't seen anything here on Blackhawks. Hawks goal. Let me just type in.
Can't you just clip the stream?
No, because I'm not clipping the stream. I'm clipping my face cam.
Hawks goal. Let me see if here. I'm not
Who
seeing
would have
it.
thought Patty Kane would only have 2 goals this year?
Really?
And
That's all
Tays
he's
has
got?
7.
Wow.
Yeah, it's 2 goals, 8 assists. Tays is 7 and 3.
Hmm. Clem at NOP Clips on Twitter. Clem, you there?
He's not here.
Dang it, Clem's already disappeared. Folks, as soon as Clem gets back, I'll tell him what to do, and then we'll go take a quick break to grab something to eat because I am starving, my friends. Clem, at NOP Clips on Twitter.
Yeah, but does it show the replay?
Yes.
Do I clip them both?
I don't know. You clip whatever you want to clip, but that's Twitter you want to go to. I gotta grab something to eat because I am starving.
My computer sounds like a helicopter again. And I'm not even streaming the game on my computer. I'm doing it on my phone.
We definitely need it from everyone on the ice, including this man here.
I don't want to listen to this.
Yeah, you can't put that on stream. Mute yourself.
I'm like, I don't want to listen to them. There we go. We're fine.
Harry, I would like some goals too. Clem's gonna create a short of every goal call he does tonight.
Am I still going?
If you want to. Even if you're watching and Tyson calls the goal and you do whatever. Intermission. I have a guy that, or a buddy I play Chell with.
Huh?
I have a buddy that I play Chell with has won 11 grand this week just from online betting.
Wow. Oh, was that same guy who won last week? Like 4 grand
Yeah.
or something?
Yeah.
Crazy. What does he do? Does he hedge stuff?
I'm like, why do you even have a job?
I wish I was good at sports betting, and I honestly don't think I'd be that bad, but I also don't want to lose money for no reason.
No, exactly. And he likes to bet for the Canucks.
Vancouver?
Yeah.
That's too bad.
I don't know how much longer I have.
I mean, I'm fine with. I'm really good with being done, probably, but
Now we'll do the second period, see how the score goes.
this is why I hate hockey, though. Stupid intermissions.
I know. I told Tyson there was a football game on tonight. He's like, no.
Oh, I'm on the wrong computer. I got to get my frick. What do I do? I have to send my clips to my other computer. So I don't have Adobe on this computer. I have it on my work computer. Can I clip something in OBS before I save it? Can I like edit in OBS?
I have no idea.
So I don't have to send like a 6-minute file over to my phone?
I have no idea.
Upload. File. Upload. My computer sounds like an airplane. Is anybody chatting?
Not that I know of.
I think the reason last night's game did better was because it was a nationally televised game and people wanted us to show the game.
Well, this is a national televised game too.
Oh,
That's how we can watch it.
well, it's
here.
11:30 on the West Coast or the East Coast, so I don't think people are up.
Yeah, but Chicago's Central.
Nobody cares about the Blackhawks. Those are disgusting.
I don't know. Our poll says different. We got 56% of people saying Hawks will win. Welcome in, everyone.
Oh wait, can that get like DMCA?
We got 7
Clayton
people.
Kershaw, Dodgers, 1-year deal.
Yeah, there's a video on our channel about it.
That's what I thought. 2023 World Series odds. Where are the Mariners? Mariners at plus 1,800. Holy cow. That's a
Steelers
good bet.
for life says, come on, Kings. You have anything to
Go
say
Fiala.
about that, Clem?
Number 22 on the Kings is Fiala, isn't he? I know that.
Yeah. He's the one that took that slot shot before the penalty.
Oh, I probably could have called his name because I do know that. That's the only guy I know. A beater. Man, though, seriously, plus 1,800 for the Mariners.
There's a guy that betted on college basketball, Super Bowl, like 5 other sports. And if France wins the World Cup of soccer, he'll turn $25 into $550,000.
Well, that will not happen, though. That's a waste of $25. We're waiting until this video
Winning
gets
streaks
uploaded.
extended. Golden Knights 9 games, Devils 8 games. Winless streak snapped. Blues won tonight, snapping 8-game winless streak. And winless streak extended. The Flames and Senators 7 games each. Flames are supposed to be this top Pacific team. They started hot out of the gate, but lost 7 in a row so far. Markstrom's not doing so hot for them.
Where did Yak go?
He went to get food.
Waiting on my video to upload. I should go get my other computer because I have other stuff to do.
So you're leaving me here.
Well, I'm back. My apartment's not that big.
Hmm.
Maybe you're like lightning in a bottle.
Really appreciate everyone handing tonight. Did you post that or Tyson?
Maybe lightning in a bottle. What?
Len, did you post that or did Tyson?
What?
Really do appreciate everyone handing tonight.
I didn't post it.
Well, Tyson spelled hanging wrong.
I need.
Got 9 of you guys in here. Intermission. 1-0 Chicago. after the first on a Taylor Radish goal set up beautifully by Jonathan Toews, his third assist of the season, giving him 10 points on the year. And for anyone concerned, when Clemhawks, the guy on the screen here, says Peter, that's for Peter Mrazek. We're calling him Peter tonight.
Yeah, because Mrazek is way too difficult of a word.
Mrazek.
See? Exactly my point, actually. Look at that.
Mrazek's not hard to say. 10 people in here now, son.
Ooh, hello. Hello. Maybe you're like lightning in a bottle.
Who is Tyson?
Los Patos. Los Patos. Los Patos. If you know what Los Patos is, let me know in the comments.
Isn't that something Pirates?
No.
Oh, no, it's La Piratas or something. First period intermission is kind of boring, eh? This is why I like football.
I hate this.
You shouldn't need more than 15 minutes. Football players run around.
Gosh, they could literally do this in like 5 minutes. That's how much time they get between the intermission and overtime.
Yeah. I wonder what soccer games are on. As we're talking, here comes T Dollars.
Well, if you boys knew how to find stats and stuff and talk about stats, you'd be good. Geesh, me goodness.
Well, at least we know how to spell hanging and not henning. I don't know what that is. It's blurry.
Maybe you're like lightning in a bottle.
You guys want to be up at 5:30 on Saturday?
Nope.
You mean just not go to bed tonight? Oh, wait, nope. Tonight's not Friday.
Manchester City at Brentford.
I will never call a soccer game again. No thanks.
Soccer's easy, man.
Soccer's boring.
Bayern Munich on Saturday at 10:30.
No, thank you. Like
How would we call the Vikings-Bills game?
What?
Vikings-Bills game on Sunday.
Vikings-Bills?
Yeah, game's back on. Start calling it.
Me?
Yeah, you. Tyson's eating.
You should call it because I've already done it. I gotta upload this video.
No, I'm color commentary. That's all I am.
I don't have the game pulled up anymore. I'm trying to do like 3 different things. This sucks. Trying to fix this logo that I did at work.
Okay, well, I guess I'll try doing this.
Yes.
Chicago has the puck behind their net. Try to get it out. Kept in by LA. They're on a power play for 45 more seconds. And Toews with a block, and they will send it down the ice. Quick will play it to, I think that's Kevin Fiala. 22's Fiala, you said?
I think so. I'm pretty sure.
See, I suck too much to do play-by-play. You guys are good at this. Jersey across, shot by LA, saved by Peter Mrazek. Puck in the corner. LA's battling 2 guys from Chicago. He comes out with it. Here's Jersey with the shot, saved by Mrazek. Denal has it on the sideboards. Tries to play it to the middle. Here's Watson. Back to Denal. Denal scores! Philip Deneau 1-1 on a power play goal. I told you, Clem, you should have called this.
Clem wrecks himself immediately. I love it.
Well, sometimes
What a pass and what a shot.
Sometimes work comes first. Other times,
Trevor Moore to Dano on a sharp angle over top the glove corner. It is 1-1.
Gosh darn it.
All right, so who's calling?
I gotta still do this.
All right, well, face off at center ice after the power play goal by Dano. Chicago wins it. Caleb Jones up the sideboards, tipped in by Max Domi. Here's Drew Downey getting pressured, passes it to Anderson up the boards, and here comes Brunstrom. He'll throw it down to Lizotte. He misses it. Anderson will keep it in, and Lemieux out to Lizotte, and that just misses the net as the puck comes across the line. Here's Drew Doughty, and he'll skate around in his own way for his line mates to change. Passes it up the boards and tipped in by Lizotte. Lizotte turns over, shot by Lemieux, saved by Mrazek, as that was close to becoming a 2-1 lead for LA. Pretty sure Clem should call this game. He wants another short here.
I don't have it pulled up. I am editing the other short.
Get Tyson to do it.
If the Blackhawks would have posted their goal when they scored, then I would have been able to call the game. But they're just like, nah, we're going to wait.
Lizotte to Lemieux, and that was a good chance there going back door. Nice save by Mrazek. As Chicago wins the faceoff, they'll come down the middle. Here's 23 of Chicago. I'm not too sure who that is. Whiffs on a breakaway. Lucky for LA that didn't turn out to be a high-scoring chance. Here's a shot by the point from Chicago, blocked in front, and LA will get it to Edler up to the center ice, and LA's coming through the neutral zone. They'll dump it in, and that is stopped by – I don't even know these defense for Chicago anymore.
Yeah, I know nothing about that.
Kings keep it in, though. There's Edler, dumps it down behind the net. Kopitar's behind the net with, I believe that's Velarde. Kempe comes out to the slot, passes it back to Doughty. Downey back to Anderson. Back to Doughty. And shot by Kempe, blockered away. And that is Edler on the ice again. Edler gets it down behind the net, and Chicago has it behind the net, pressured by Kempe and Velarde, but they'll get it to the far side boards as Chicago is going to make a change here. 16-13 left in the second period. Shots 12-4, 1-1 score here.
Where is he?
I don't know.
I'm
Where did
eating.
that
I'm
board
eating. I'm dying of hunger.
And LA's having trouble. Both teams are pressuring pretty good this period. Caleb Jones tries to keep it in, doesn't, and he'll chip it back behind the net for Jonathan Quick. And LA will get it back to the neutral zone as Regula tries to play it over to Dickinson as he's pressured by two LA Kings, but he gets it out of the Chicago end. Trevor Moore, 100 career points on that goal with the assist. As here comes Jason Dickinson behind his own net, up the boards and tipped out by Chicago. LA has it, tries to get it out. Here's Nicholas. Is it Nicholas Waugh or Matt Waugh? Matt Waugh. And here's Fiala across ice, shot from the point, tipped, and glove saved by Mrazek. That was a nice tip by Brunstrom, eh? Can I get you guys to do some color commentary if I'm, doing play-by-play here?
Clem looks like he's just given up on life here.
I'm editing.
My friend.
Next Wednesday on
Butterfly.
TNT, it is a live broadcast. National broadcast, Edmonton, LA. Jersey tries to get it out of his own end and does, as here comes Chicago back in across the line. Shot, tip, misses the net on a beautiful tip by a Chicago player. I don't even know many Chicago players anymore. They just kind of let their whole team go.
Yeah, they just kind of messed around and found out there for a while, and it's 1-1 between the Hawks and Kings, and 14-49.
Here comes LA. Brunstrom into the slot, tipped away. Nice try by Brunstrom on that solo play. Kapari down to Fiala. Gets taken off by 25 of Chicago. Here's Fiala in the corner trying to get that past the skates. And Chicago will try and clear it, but Brunstrom holds it in. Fiala behind the net. His line mates are changing. He's just going to hold on to it as long as possible. Gets it back behind the net to Kempe. Kempe comes out to the slot, shoots, blocked. Kopitar to Fiala. Fiala tries to put it in the middle, and Kempe is tied up there. Here's Kopitar in the slot, scores, and they're calling it no goal as there is a delayed penalty to the LA Kings.
No way.
Fiala is getting a hooking call, and that would have been 2-1 for LA if there was no penalty. Kopitar found the loose puck and scored, but they called it off.
The look to the sky says it all after, man, what a disappointment. You make the move, you beat the goaltender clean, you find a puck in the slot like that, and it's no goal because you had taken a penalty. And that's one of those wacky scenarios in the NHL where you wonder how that happens, and it's just one of those things. You hear the whistle, but you're in the heat of the moment, and the play continues for a few seconds after the whistle, and it still goes no call. But, yeah, one of those plays where the LA Kings were that close to getting something done. Clem, you're pretty much not even watching the game at this point. You're just trying to get content.
Oh no, I don't have the game on. No.
All right. Gilles, thanks for pinch hitting there. I don't know. Do you want to turn over the responsibilities to me, or you want to keep it going? I think you're rocking it all right here.
I'll do the power play. My voice is starting to
all right,
go again.
Power play. We might be done here after 2 periods. Oh, Max got a bet going on the Arvidsson 2.5 shot prop this evening. So, let's see. Anyway, what do we got going here? Anything that we need to know here on this stream? I'm just going to quickly, as we recap on commercial, I'm going to throw quickly just a few numbers our way to see if we can get something going here. Calc. Why isn't it sending me my calculator? Calc 190 times 2.85. 541 divided by 60. 9 hours watched on the stream. We won't mind that at all. That's actually a pretty solid start to the day, that is for sure. And alright, let's rock and roll. Okay, get back to hockey here. We should be ready. Nope, we're still on commercial break, so let me throw you folks back home and ad quickly, and we'll see what we can't get out of this hockey game as we're into the second period of play. Sorry, boys, I had to crush a homemade pizza real quick like. I burnt the roof of my mouth and then couldn't talk for a few minutes, so apologies there if I took my time getting back onto the stream. Monthly pass for Sportsnet Now is only $29.99 a month for like Sportsnet Now Plus. That's actually not bad.
Chicago wins the face-off. Here's Kane. Back to Caleb Jones on the first power play unit. Shoots. Tays digging for it. And it's free. And now the whistle goes. Tays was looking for the puck. Who would have thought Caleb Jones would be on a first power play unit somewhere?
Dolany TV circa NHL 2017 when Caleb Jones became a 2017 sensation in franchise mode.
Breakout is what it's called. I've seen that in NHL 23, a little drop.
All right, well, what do we got here? Anything?
All right, here's a phase-off to the right of quick. LA wins it. They'll try going up the left side boards, but Domi keeps it in. Here's Domi down behind the net to Radish, around the boards to Patty Kane. Patty Kane tries to do a no-look pass to the middle to Tays, but here comes Downey. 2-on-2 with Kopitar going net, shot by Downey wide. Here's Radish on the right hand boards. Here comes Kane over to Taze. Across to Caleb Jones, he can't handle it, and he tries to throw it behind the net, and Downey will send it down the ice. Here's Peter Mrazek waiting for Caleb Jones to come get it. Jones skating through the Chicago zone. Drop pass to Patty Kane. Here's Patty Kane coming down the middle. He will do a small pass over to Radish. Radish back to Patty Kane behind the net. Over to Taze. Taze back to Kane, and he'll move to the front of the net. Kane up to Caleb Jones. Here's Kane's shot, saved by Quick. Kane gets his own rebound to the middle to Taze. Taze comes in with a backhand and a save by Jonathan Quick to keep this a 1-1 game. Jonathan Taze is buzzing, hey boys?
I'd say Johnny Taves is pretty much starting this season the way he's needed to prove he ain't fully cooked yet. And that I just watched the play you were talking about, and that's power move by a captain in the NHL taking it to the front of the net. I don't know how else to describe that, and Johnny Taves just comes up that much short on Johnny Quick, trying to beat him glove side on backhand shovel.
Regula dumps it in for end whistle. Back to Jason Dixer, sent to the slot and blocked by LA. I don't even know who's on the second power play unit for LA or Chicago.
Bunch of randoms.
As LA will send it down with, and the power play has expired. LA killing another penalty here in the second period as they stop. I'm all messed up now.
Take a second.
Chicago has the puck in their own zone. You want to take over, Tyson?
I'll take over as soon as we get this going. Chicago picks it up behind their own net. I was trying to figure out who 89 was. It's Andrei Athanasiou who leads the rush out of his own zone. Turn back there. Khrushchev will pick it up for the Hawks. Near sideboard pass. Goes back deep in the Hawks zone. They'll be looking for a pass here. They get it on the far side wing. They'll cut through the middle, and that should have been offside by a mile. If they score here, it's offside by a mile. Guarantee you there will be a challenge shot from the point, saved by Jonathan Quick, and instead play will carry on, as that was a little bit of a quick little mismatch mess there from the Hawks as they kind of pitch and catch, threw it back to the D zone, and all of a sudden created quite a good look out of it right there. And we're talking about things here for the Hawks, as that good shot from Athanasiou that you called was one of them there on the power play. 13-10 the shots here in this second period, 11:20 to go. 1-1 the tie between the Hawks and the Kings. Face off to the left a Quick. Won by the Hawks, fired on net, up over top. Hawks player goes down behind the net, can't keep possession. That'll allow the Hawks to maybe retreat a little bit, but instead they stay right there in the play, get it back at the blue line, force the shot down low. Kings block it, start it back the other way. D zone collapsing for the Hawks, looking for the backdoor tap. Wasn't there for the Kings. They've still got possession in the Hawks' end. D zone draw here for the Hawks as they got to contend with the attack of the Kings. They don't get it going, do the Kings. And Hawks players are literally just blowing edges all over the ice. I think I've seen 3 Hawks fall down in the past 2 sequences. Kings, however, retrieve it, and they've got it going back into the Hawks zone. Shot fired, save by Mrazek. Goes down to a Hawks stick. What? This one's moving faster than I can think. 10:26 to go here in this second period. 14-10 the shots on goal now for the Kings, who, well, they almost led this one 2-1, but it was that Anze Kopitar chance that was turned back by the penalty call. Doughty's got it behind his own face-off dots in his own end. He retreats there, trying to dance away from a couple Hawks forecheckers. He gets it D to D, and out it goes. In the neutral zone, Kings carry through, get it into the Hawks end on the near side corner. That blurry, kind of weird, manipulative board play they're doing there with the NHL advertising rights this year kind of messed up where that puck was. And we will have a tripping call at the Hawks blue line due to a man going down. So there we go. A quick step into the action and away we go. It is what it is. All right,
We got
Kings.
19 people.
19 folks tuning in, now 20. Everybody joining, thank you so much for being here tonight. Clem's trying to edit a short of his goal call earlier in that first period for the Hawks when they scored on the power play. Gilles TV is our color commentary. What are you thinking so far in this second period of play?
Better than the first. There's high pressure from both teams. They gave that penalty to Fiala. Kempe was actually the one that took it. It should be a 2-1 game. Sloppy play by Kempe, but this game's been pretty good. Goalie staying on their head. A lot of good chances.
And we're hoping that, end of the day, right? You can talk about the Kings getting cheated or the Hawks getting cheated or whatever you want to say. I'm just hoping for a good hockey game. We're all neutral here, all three of us. Clem's a Wild fan. I'm an Oilers fan. And Gilles TV is an Oilers fan. So you're just listening to a bunch of guys that like to talk hockey here on Clemhawks tonight. And that's exactly what we're doing for you folks back home this evening. Hope you've been appreciating the stream and enjoying so far. If you have any questions, let us know in the comments. I'm checking them. I'm not really reacting to them because that's not exactly my forte during the play. But let's get back to the hockey game, shall we? As I believe
I got the video edited, by the way, too.
Video is edited. Okay, if you want to upload it, we'll cap the stream at the end of the second and we'll get that out here because I don't think I've got the power to go through the third period here. I'm powering down pretty heavy at 10 o'clock on a Thursday evening before Remembrance Day. Leonard Cohen talking to Todd McClellan of the LA Kings right now. He's been busy buzzing between benches so far. What do we got? Anything we got going here that we could quickly touch on here before we get back to action between the Kings and, of course, the Hawks? No, I really don't think there is. Let's get back to it, shall we? Hawks, Kings, 1-1 tie here midway through the second period. Clem, you are watching the game again. You're all comfortable there by the looks of it. Or are you watching that edited version of your short that we will release later tonight? Nice.
Yeah, I was watching the short. It's not the greatest thing in the world, especially because I stutter over what the frick is a power play. It's 5-on-4, and I was like, well, there's 4. Duh. And that was dumb, but it sounds stupid. Whatever.
Your video's all kind of messed up again, too. There we go. It's 5-on-4 again for the Hawks, however, here. They've got an opportunity again on the power play. They've already struck once, as Clem alluded to there, talking about that short. Patrick Kane keeps it in here at the blue line. That allows the puck to go to the far side corner where the Hawks look to walk it out. A little pitch and catch there between 13 and 88 of the Hawks. Jonathan Taves walks into a shot. Stonewalled by Jonathan Quick, however, and that, my friends, at 73 miles an hour will be another save for Jonathan Quick with exactly 9 minutes to go here in this second period of play, pardon me. Used to only doing the first period of play, and here we are in the second with over 11 minutes gone. Buck 17 to go in the Chicago power play. False start off the face-off, so we'll have a man potentially waved out here for the Kings by the looks of it. No, he'll stick in there and remain in there. So buck 17 to go, 8:59 in this second period left remaining. Kings all kinds of discombobulated, trying to line up for this face-off draw. And now all of a sudden the men will draw in and get going. There it is. Nice opportunity here for the Hawks to set it up after winning the draw. D to D, Caleb Jones kept it in there. Caleb at the blue line. He's going to miscue a puck, and the Hawks, that one fell apart about as quick as possible when it comes to a play falling apart on the power play. Caleb Jones whiffs up on a one-timer, fobbles the pass, and then all of a sudden it just goes all the way back into their own zone. Back in their own zone, the Kings get a turnover in the Hawks' end, but just content to dump it onto a stick and force them to regroup here on the power play with time winding down here, and Kane can't retrieve that puck quickly. And this is just ugly play here on the power play by the Chicago Blackhawks here. I do not believe this has been a very good power play at all, and it is absolutely showing here. 26 seconds to go. Hawks have not been in the zone for the past 35 seconds. Here they go, finally busting in. Dickinson out there. He's going to rim it around the boards and get it to his man at the far blue line point. Now the man, Khrushchev, fires the shot. Saved by Quick. Best look of the power play there for the Hawks, and that will indeed do it as the Kings flip it down the ice and clear it out of the zone. Full strength now, and it was a nice play by Mrazek to keep that puck moving for the Hawks, who fired in on Jonathan Quick. Glove save. We'll have a whistle. That's it. That's all, my friends. We'll hold up. All right. That's where we sit right now. Stream coming alive here midway through the second period. Gilles TV, anything you saw on that? Anything you saw on that power play from the Hawks that says maybe the next one's it?
Not really. The start of it was really good. Caleb Jones with some bad missed plays there, for sure.
And that was the turning point on that power play. That fumble, as I called it, fumble, bobble, whatever you want to say, by Caleb Jones kind of cost them, and that's where it's going to go. Maybe that's one thing I'm going to have to bring to my actual live broadcast when I'm in the rink, is some fumble play, because that's a good little term to add to the dictionary. The Hawks, however, retrieve it at their own zone. There's 7 minutes to go here in this second period of play. Somehow that's onside, and now we'll get things going here as it goes behind the Kings net. Kings working this puck, trying to get up along the boards, and they can't get it going, so the Hawks looking to keep it alive on the forecheck. In behind the Kings net, 6:52 to go in a 1-1 tie. They've taken away the shots from me oh my, and the Kings get it on the far side of their zone as it's retrieved there by Arvidsson. 10-6 the shots for Chicago here in this second period of play, so they got going after they got that first goal late in that first period. And this one you see here, moved by Dickinson behind his own net. He's going to step out and allow the Hawks to exit the zone. They're going to work up and into the neutral. It'll be fired off a Kings player in their own zone. Retrieved there, and they'll work behind their own net. This one back again behind the net. And the Kings, there you go, up and out, and they will go down the ice. Gabe Velarde on the ice here looking for a shot. Or is that Kempe? I think that's actually Kempe. Nine's Kempe? I think nine's Kempe. Back to the blue line.
9 is Kempe.
Kings work it down to Kopitar, and I'm powering down faster than I can realize. 6 minutes to go here in this second period, just counting down the minutes at this point. Murphy plays it off the boards to Max Domi. Domi will set up down the middle, and he will get this puck all the way into the Kings zone, but it will be a, whatchamacallit? It will be an icing call. Sorry, a little tired. As it looks like we had some spam come into the chat here. We'll deal with that in a second. Thought I had the quick chat enabled, but I user on this channel and see if we can't get rid of this spam bot altogether. There we go. Good to go. Anyway, what have we got? We got some comments here I want to get to. Sports bet. Come on, Kings, win my parlay. Alright, you folks are just talking about your quick picks there for sports betting tonight. Alright, I'm not going to get involved because I'm terrible at picking sports betting, so here we go. We're just on commercial break. Instead, I'm going to hammer you guys a quick...
One thing I could say about sports betting, don't bet on your favorite team or against them. Leave that game alone.
Yep, always leave that game alone. It's never going to work out for you. That I guess would be my advice too. We're up to 240 views on the stream. Thank you to everybody who stopped by tonight. Really appreciate that. I mean, it means the world for you guys to just tune in to 2 random Oilers fans and a random who's that? Random Wild fan in Clem. Yeah, random Wild fan. And we're talking.
One that's not paying attention.
He's getting that short uploaded for us. He'll be good here in a few moments of time.
I did it.
You're
now
done?
I'm doing other
Okay. All right. Cool. Clem, are you not going to tune back into the game, or?
Probably not. No, I'm just chilling.
Okay. All right.
I'm working on my logo.
Oh, all right. We're just in commercial break. We're about to wrap up the rest of this second period of play. Just take a last second look at who's winning tonight on the votes so far. 38 votes on the poll. Hawks and Kings tied at 47 apiece. And then somehow we've got the Clemhawks sub count coming in at 5%. I think that's all three of us voting that 5%, if I'm being honest with you, is what it is.
I didn't vote. I don't know what's going on.
You don't know what's going on with the best of them, Clem. All right, anyway, Max Domi out there on the ice sporting the mustache for Movember, which you can see I'm rocking the goatee, and Gilles TV rocking the full beard because life is nice when you don't have to shave every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know what you were going to say.
Try shaving every day.
Yeah.
Tell me how you feel after that.
Yep. Anyway, Hawks and Kings face off outside of the Kings zone.
I shave like once every 2 weeks.
Yikers, lucky you. 5:35 to go in this second period of play. 1-1 the game between the Hawks and Kings. Folks, again, just as we wrap up the second period and get ready to head out of the stream, although Patrick Kane's got an opportunity here, fired off the pads, Jonathan Quick. If you're new to the channel, you've enjoyed things so far, why not stick around? We talk MLB, NASCAR, and NHL, so we'd love to have you if any of that interests you here, as it's just a random Kings-Hawks game on a Thursday night that we've decided to tune into. 5:08 to go in this second period. It's a 1-1 tie between the Hawks and Kings as we see it in the Hawks offensive zone, but worked out, and now the Hawks looking to get it back into the offensive zone. They can't do it. Kings turn it back, and here we go. A little bit of a setup here by the Kings. They're going to promptly turn it over onto a Hawks stick back the other way. Athanasiou's got the Jets on, fires the shot, saved by Jonathan Quick. 44 on the board, 15-15. Now the shots even in this hockey game, actually credited 16-15 to the Chicago Blackhawks. There you go. Correction, stand corrected. Anyway, Athanasiou retrieves it in his own zone. He's going to work it ahead. Here's the Hawks. Jonathan Toews working it ahead. Shot comes in, knocks the stick out of the Kings player. He picks it up cleanly. 4:18 to go here in this second period. It's been a good second period. A lot of power plays, a lot of penalties, but both teams finding a way to keep this an even score so far. Gilles TV watching on, looking for Jonathan Toews to do something here. He works it to the front of the net, and that, my friends, will be off and running for the Kings, who fire it in. Dursey just gets it down low to Peter Mrazek. Sorry, I got to recollect and get a breath in there. For some reason, my throat's just killing me all of a sudden. 3:44 to go here in this second period of play. Hawks start out from behind their own net. They get on it into the neutral zone. They even fooled the camera on where the puck went. Mrazek's going to go across to his D-man Regula. Regula sees it to Johnson here. Johnson's got it behind his own net. Regula retrieves, though, and he will get it out of the zone. It'll be flipped up the ice by, I think, Entwistle. I'm not exactly sure who that is. And instead, the Hawks trying to get this out of the zone now, swimming in their own end. 3:13 to go. Gillies, have you seen anything of substance here from either team that says, hey, maybe in this final 3 minutes we're going to see a change in pace?
No, it started out amazing pace. It's got pretty sloppy the last 5 minutes.
All right. So here we go. This is where we're sitting. Kings and Hawks just batting the puck back and forth between each other, but now the Kings suddenly have some sustained zone time. I can't even make words anymore. Shot fired, goes into the corner. Kings retrieve. They'll work back into the corner and allow this to stay in possession. Now the Kings really getting a shift in here in the offensive zone. 2:30 to go in this second period. Hawks come to work them over along the end boards. Kings, though, Lizotte retrieves, and he will see it go along the end boards where he retrieves it again. And how about this cross-seam pass to the blue line? Puck worked there. Nice switch and catch by the Kings, and they'll keep that shot after the blocked shot there. And man, the Kings are absolutely working this one here. The Fiala with the pass off for the one-timer. Hawks still can't get out of their own zone. They'll clear it down the ice. Nope. Just kidding. Shot blocked in front though. Mrazek, the save, and then it goes wide right on him the other side. And now work back there by the Kings, who are absolutely working over the Hawks in their own zone with less than 2 minutes to go here in this second period of play. Chance here for Fiala. He'll go back behind the net, and this one will go back, and, well, Kings will control. Mikey Anderson with the puck now for the Kings. Off to Fiala, looking for the one-timer. Doughty doesn't have it. Doughty, though, keeps this puck, and this has been by chance potentially the best sustained zone time I have seen from a team this season. And you look at the Chicago shift length, 3:06 for Caleb Jones on that sequence. That is absolutely ludicrous. And still, Caleb Jones is out there. He may as well finish the period out there. The old Phil Esposito shift. He's going to rim it around the boards. It'll go for icing. He will remain out there. The Kings touch up with 58.4 seconds on the clock. The Kings putting the pressure on. Caleb Jones barely able to stand up straight. And wow, this is insane. Look at this. This opportunity here from the Kings was something from just working the zone, looking for chances, and really creating something there. Hawks, again, clear the zone, but it's going to go all the way down again for another icing. So sure, they get a breather. Caleb Jones still on the ice. Gillies, what's going on out there?
You'll see in a matter of seconds.
Uh-oh. Does it finally bite them? Does it finally bite them is the question. Caleb Jones spending all that time out there. And now here we go. You know, this is where you got to just pick a fight. Honestly, just do something stupid. Get a whistle. As this is an opportunity here for the Kings. And they will fire it off the post. Wide open net. Hit the post on the near side. And the Kings still just keeping it in the zone. I don't know what's going on here. The Hawks all kinds of bad trying to get it off the ice. And with 24 seconds, Caleb Jones finally gets off the ice. And maybe not. He looks like he's still out there, potentially, for the Hawks. And is that Caleb Jones? Nope, sorry, that's somebody else on the ice now. And the Kings just turned on the Jets. Alec Regula out there for 4 minutes and 10 seconds to close out this first period. 2 seconds on the board. And my friends, that is the end of the second period. 1-1, somehow it remains. What a finish to that period. A 4-minute shift in the NHL. The all too rare 4-minute shift. Wow, folks. That one finishes up weird. As Peter Mrazek sustains a good finish to the period. And that one was all kinds of stupid towards the end. Right off the iron. And that should have been, could have been, would have been 2-1. And then this final sequence very well could have been 2-1. Somebody would have poked that puck to the back of the net. Gillies TV, as we finish up this stream to finish off this second period, what are you thinking?
What is with teams today, the home teams in particular, in the last minute of the game or periods? We've seen it in Edmonton twice. You know, Boston did it twice.
Yep.
Now LA's done it where they've almost put the puck in at last minute.
It is something. Anyway, Clem, any parting words? Tell them to maybe tune into that short here that'll be live in a few minutes' time.
Yeah, tune into the short.
All right, folks, thanks so much for tuning in tonight. That's going to do it.